Japanesey. Time for your Japanese lesson. First, just relax and listen.
毎朝3時間稽古をします。
横綱が来ました。
イギリスへ全然変わりませんでした。
Japanesey. Hey, Tsumugu here. There were two guys in the video who were wearing sumo attire. Today, we'll learn the past tense and negative forms of verbs by watching Japan's national sport, sumo. This is one of Japan's most prestigious schools, the University of Tokyo. They have a sumo club. The reporter Mary has come to interview members of the club. The 7 members train hard from early in the morning. It looks like Mary's curious about how they spend their day.
朝何時に起きますか？
5時に起きます。それから6時に稽古をします。
何時間稽古をしますか？
毎朝3時間稽古をします。
They practice a lot from so early in the day. Now, let's take a look back at what time they wake up in the morning and start practicing.
5時に起きます。それから6時に稽古をします。
First, the young man answered, 5時に起きます. We learned before that 起きます means wake up. Also, recall that if you're saying what time an action takes place, you add に after the time. 5時に起きます. Next, he said, それから6時に稽古をします. それから means then. 稽古 means practice. It's used to talk about practicing for traditional arts like sumo. Therefore, he said, それから6時に稽古をします. It means he starts practicing at 6 in the morning. After that, Mary was asking how long they practice for.
何時間稽古をしますか？
毎朝3時間稽古をします。
She used the word 何時間. Did you hear it? This means how many hours. Did you also notice how she used か at the end of the sentence? We use that word to form questions, right? 何時間稽古をしますか? The answer to the question was 毎朝3時間稽古をします. 毎朝 means every morning. When you're talking about duration and not the time, you don't use に, remember? Therefore, he said 3時間稽古をします. Then, Mary asked about their meals.
朝食は食べますか？
いいえ、食べません。
では昼食は食べますか？
食べます。昼食はたくさん食べます。
Did you understand that conversation? He said that the sumo club members don't eat breakfast, but eat lunch. Let's take a look at the affirmative response about lunch first. 昼食はたくさん食べます. We've learned that 食べます is a polite way of saying eat. たくさん means a lot.
「食べます。昼食はたくさん食べます。」
Now let's look at the negative response.
いいえ、食べません。朝食は食べません。
He said they don't eat breakfast. To make the negative form of the verb, just change 食べます to 食べません. Let's look at the negative form of other verbs. The negative form of 行きます is 行きません。稽古をします becomes 稽古をしません。Simply change ます to ません to create the negative form. It looks like lunch is ready now, and Mary's going to eat with the young sumo wrestlers.
美味しいですか？
美味しいです。これは何ですか？
梅干しです。酸っぱい漬物です。もう一つ食べますか？
ありがとうございます。でも、もう結構です。酸っぱいです。
While Mary was eating lunch with them, she asked, これは何ですか？
これは何ですか？
梅干しです。
The item near the speaker is これ。The item that is near the person the speaker is talking to is それ。The item that is far away from both people is あれ。The words change from これ、それ to あれ, depending on the distance between the speaker and the item in question. I hope you got this. Japanesey. Kanjizi. Remember these kanji for the numbers 1 to 10? Today, we'll see a proverb that uses 7 and 8. 七点八起. Remember how there's more than one way to read kanji? The number 7 can be read as 七 or 7. So there's another way to read this proverb. 七転び八起き. Each kanji's meaning is 7, fall down, 8, get up. Basically, this proverb means to fall 7 times and get up 8 times. Oki is another form of okiru, which we learned before. It means to wake up or get up. This proverb means to get back up no matter how many times you fail and to never give up. It's the perfect proverb when speaking about sumo wrestlers with dauntless spirit. Japanesey. Now, the great champion, Yokozuna, will appear. Daiei-umi, the Yokozuna from the UK, has overcome his injuries and won the championship. Let's see his interview.
横綱大栄海です。横綱が来ました。優勝おめでとうございます。
どうもありがとうございます。
ところで先週怪我をしましたね。病院へ行きましたか？
行きませんでした。でも頑張りました。
The sport of sumo has become internationalized. The championship winner is the Yokozuna from the UK. The announcer was asking about his injury.
ところで先週怪我をしましたね。病院へ行きましたか？
ところで means by the way. 先週 means last week. 怪我をしましたね means got injured. Then he asked, 病院へ行きましたか? 病院 means hospital. 行きました is the past tense of 行きます. The announcer added か after 行きました to make the question form and asked the Yokozuna if he went to the hospital.
行きませんでした。
Let's review what the Yokozuna said. 行きませんでした. The Yokozuna did not go to the hospital. 行きません is the negative form of 行きます. でした is a word used to describe the past, right? So that's how you create the negative past tense form. just add deshita to the negative form. So how do we create the negative past tense form of 食べます? Simply change ます in 食べます to ません and add deshita to make it the past tense. The sentence you get is 食べませんでした。
病院へ行きましたか？
行きませんでした。
Did you get how to say the negative past tense form? This is good to know, so make sure you learn it. Japanesey! There's still more to the interview with the Yokozuna.
横綱は2006年に日本へ来ましたね。
はい、もう10年です。イギリスへ全然変わりませんでした。毎日稽古をしました。
明日は？
明日はゆっくりと休みます。明後日は国へ帰ります。
It seems the Yokozuna hasn't gone back to the UK for 10 years now. Let's see how he said that.
イギリスへ全然変わりませんでした。
We heard the phrase 帰りません. This is the negative form of 帰ります, which means to go back or come back. Then, deshita was added to make it the past tense form. イギリス means the UK, and 全然 means at all. So the sentence is イギリスへ全然帰りませんでした. So that's today's lesson using sumo. Hope you liked it. Japanesey. Phrase easy. This is a Japanese sweet shop in Tokyo.
いらっしゃいませ。
勝負の東です。
Shobu is the name of a flower. Higashi is a kind of confection that uses quality sugar to create the shapes of seasonal plants.
Hello. Would you like some more tea?
結構です。
I noticed you use the expression kekko desu. That can be a really good expression to know, but it can also be quite confusing.
On the menu today, we have the expression 結構です. 結構です is used in many different situations. After being offered more tea, Joel said,
結構です。
In this context, Joel is refusing the offer for more tea. It means no thank you. But on the other hand,
今日の夜飲みに行きませんか？おお、結構ですね。
in this context, the phrase is used to accept the offer. It means that sounds good.
Kekko can have so many different meanings. It can mean wonderful or all right or no thank you. So all right and no thank you, they're just the opposite.
Yeah.
It's so confusing.
Yeah, when I first came to Japan, I heard kekko desu as like a no thing. But then there was one time that I heard kekko desu ne, and it was a yes thing.
I think you're right. When we say kekko desu ne, with the ne added to it, it's mostly like a positive thing. Like we're saying, this is wonderful, that's great. But the word, kekko, I realized that after I had been in Japan for a while, that it actually means something similar to the English fine. So if somebody asks you, how are you doing? You'll say, oh, I'm fine. Or if they say, would you like some more tea? You can say, oh, no, I'm fine. So it just means about the same thing, that I'm fine the way I am now.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And when I hear somebody say the word kekko desu, I'd assume that they've studied really hard because it's a very confusing word.
Okay, I will try my best to learn kekko desu in all of its various forms. I'm sure it must be very convenient.
それは結構ですね。